capital, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commander, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. On the visitors' sideline, Pete Carroll, the coach of the Raiders. His team making the long flight, always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. On the return, Noah Igbenogany. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike. I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, this will be a tough group to match up with.
That last run got 4. So here comes 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Genty. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Open man, right side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Las Vegas.
From the gun, it's Geno. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense is...
Oh, the ball's out.
It's amazing that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
On first down, Daniels. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down.
10 at the 16-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Eckler. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Searching forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 23-yard
To throw is Daniel. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
Daniels to throw on second down. Work in the middle. He's got Ertz. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I run that like Nike, we got it on lock.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 7.
At the Raiders' 34-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So a turnover-filled first quarter has come to an end. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Give it to Eckler on the option. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they set up 1st and goal.
That's good for a Commanders first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Eckler will take this one into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Raiders nothing.
So, after the touchdown, here's Shea to kick this one away. On the return is Dylan Lowby. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop of tight ends, especially at the top. A couple of guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves in the Midwest, especially close to Loveland, who's a Chicago Bear tight end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Mike, when I watch Loveland play, when you look back and watch his tape from Michigan, there's 2 guys that play tight in the NFL. There's the guy that you have to script open. He's going to catch flat routes and naked routes, and he's going to catch the easy ones. And he'll...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield to try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
3rd and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. Smith from the gun. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Commanders come up with it, and he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Hey, Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The extra point by Gay is good. The Commanders move out on top, 14-0. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. Yeah! He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule and the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball at the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Raider 1st down.
Run right up the gut for Gentry. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. Whoa. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First and 10.
First down, Raiders.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Smith. He gets this one to Tucker. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Raiders.
A first down throw for Smith. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have a relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Smith. Short throw, that's pulled in by Nair. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone, and that is incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are on the board just before halftime.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the final minutes of this first half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Throwing is Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
A gain of 7.
One final throw before the break. In the middle, and he's got ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Bobby now to return it. And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. To throw, here's Smith. The second down throw is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. The Raiders have their punt team out there. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Look at that. Slipped it across his body and connected.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Washington first down.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. And another first down. And another big gainer. This time 23 yards. Here's Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing again. Daniel. Open man, right side. He's got it. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Commanders first down.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Daniels gonna throw again. That pass taken in by McLaurin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 6.
On 2nd down, it's Eckler. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
And the Commanders first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
To the goal line and in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown Commanders. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Makes the score. Commanders 21. Raiders 3.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds. They'll go up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. In motion, Besh. A 2nd down throw for Smith. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
From the gun, it's Gino. He's going to look for the home run ball. And on third down, that ball's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. There's Dan Quinn as his Commanders head back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the zone read, Daniel's going to hang on to it. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here comes third and 6.
Brings up third and 6.
They'll throw with Daniel. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. Quick throw. Here's Besh on the RPO. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 21, here's second and 5. They try the zone read. It's Smith on the keeper. He'll be close to a first down. He's up to the 26-yard line. Third and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's now fourth down.
The Raiders send their punt team out. Now fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give it to Eckler. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
A 5-yard gain. Brings up
They run it once more with Eckler. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track. because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They run this straight ahead with Eckler. He stepped around one man, but he'll only wind up getting about a yard. Second down.
At the 28-yard line. Brings up second down.
He is tough to bring down. They finally do. Somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down.
And 8.
Operating from the gun is Daniels. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. He'll try to run for it. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. First and goal coming up.
That's another Washington. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
On the zone read, here's Daniels. He will do it himself. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. We'll start this drive with first down. They'll go play action. It's Smith. That's caught left side by Bowers. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. On first and 10, here's Smith. That one caught by Tucker. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 43, here's second and 6. They bring their tight end right. Throwing on second down, Smith. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
Third and 6. Working out of the gun, Smith. Drop this one down to Genty. And he's going to be taken down. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. to the left side, into the hands of Beck. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
4 yards on the pickup.
Play action now. It's Gino. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake. It's Smith. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here's Gentile. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The ball comes out. And one of the Raiders able to get back in there and secure possession so they keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On second down, Smith. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, too fast.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Deron King. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Makes the score. Commanders 28, Raiders 10.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And they're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders are winners as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.